Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. We got some more Steel Division 2 footage for you today. Upcoming we have some tournament live casts for the recent 3v3 official Steel Division Championship. So I'm really pleased to bring you some team game casts. It's been a long while since I'm not sure if I've covered team game casts in the past, but this was a great tournament, really enjoyed it, and I hope you're going to enjoy this footage. It's a 3v3 team game on 4v4 size maps, so should give some more room for the teams to maneuver around the battlefield, and I absolutely loved every game I casted and saw in this 3v3 championship, so I really hope you guys are going to enjoy it as well. On the left hand side in blue we have Morozic, Team Nabat, Morozic, Vartanin and Nailbash. Morozic is playing the 21st Panzer, Vartanin is playing Group Hartnick, and Nailbash is playing 14th Infantry. Looks like Morozic, Vartanin certainly looks like he's taking the northern part with Group Hartnick. Nailbash is taking the centre, and then Morozic is kind of taking the southern area, so a bit of a standard three-man setup. Let's have a look on the right-hand side in red. We have Gonzo playing the 3rd Guards Tank Corps. We have Ortwein Federica von Eidelstad, aka Vitch, aka Lolly, playing the 26th Guard Strelkovi. And then in the northern side, we have Curbs playing the 3rd US Armoured. And they're kind of setting up in a fairly decent manner. I think Vartanin and Curbs are going to have their own sort of 1v1 matchup, although from the looks of it, well, it depends how far Curbs comes down, whether he is covering this sector. But it definitely looks like Vartanin is covering this sector. So, yeah, that will be interesting. Let's get the game underway and let's have a look. This is a big map to cover, so we will do our best to get all the action. And it looks like a pretty standard push from Too Much Effort on the right-hand side. Let's try and get all the units. And, ooh, looks like a fairly defensive setup from Morozic's team Nabat. Income wise, we've got Maverick incomes, 2 Maverick incomes and a Vanguard for Nabat against 2 Vanguards and a Maverick. So both of these sides setting up for early plays. And an early off map coming down from Ortwein Federica in the centre of this picture, but looks like they're going to capture this centre flag fairly easily. In fact, it's fairly it's going to be fairly easy for them to capture this flag with the early Ognamachiki early Jeep and vehicle rush, and the off map coming down is really going to hurt Nabat trying to take up positions in that centre ground. We've got 2 M42s from Gonzo and an OB25 just in a beautiful spot on top of that hill, really pushing down roads. Gonzo is highlighting this southern point. We've got Erzatstrupen pushing in and an off map from Vartanin now. So it looks like the southern side is being taken by Team Nabat, and it's a 16-16. The central side is being picked up by Too Much Effort. Into the town comes Beglite Grenadiers from Nailbash, and hopefully, you know, they're setting up fairly decently in that area. But look at this off map, it's going to decimate Nailbash's infantry heading into this forest. Beglite Grenadiers may just get outside of that off map range. Oh, especially as they're not moving in, they're just full on opening up. Let's watch this off map come down. The Panzer II Lux take some strikes. Erzatstrupen as well taking strikes from the off map. Is not a major caliber, 122mm caliber, so it's really doing more suppression damage than anything, but it's allowing well, it's really hampering Nailbash's troops and stopping them from getting into that central forest. Oh, in comes an IL-237 targeting the Tiger E from Nailbash. Will that get the early kill? No, just loses sight. Retargets down onto the Panzer II Lux. Second off map, but no, again, circles round once again. Second off map coming down for Too Much Effort, and from Vartanen as well, as southern IL-237 coming in but not finding targets. And in the southern side, Gonzo is looking under pressure. This looks like the breakthrough that Team Nabat needed in this southern area. Take a 17-5 and look at its off-map about to come in into this sort of southern central area as well. IL-237 strikes coming in onto the Panzer II Lux. Does get one kill, but, you know, not a major point victory there. Oh, look at the off-maps from Morozik. So lots of off-maps early on. At the moment, it looks like Curbs is set up a decent defensive position in this northern side. There's definitely contained any bridge rush early, and at the moment it looks like Too Much Effort really need to contain this southern opening. There's been a lot of ground made so far from the bat, and it's definitely looking like they're going to get some advantage here. Down comes the off-map into the central position. The Tanko Disanikis of Gonzo have managed to avoid that off-map and will push further south. The M-Chart just, I think, on the edge of that off-map and does survive okay. I think from the looks of it, Too Much Effort will be okay with that off-map strike. Didn't do quite as much damage as maybe it could have done. Gonzo does unload the M2A1 there with the Tanko Disaniki. Will they win out against the Panzergrens? I'm not too sure at this point. In comes the Yak-7B, chasing against that Focke-Wulf 190G1, who looks like he's actually not quite made up his mind about where he's going, and that down goes that Focke-Wulf. Team Nabat in the southern side do seem to have picked up that advantage, and I think it's just about whether they can hold that. It's back to a 16-16. The centre ground definitely fully in the hands of Too Much Effort, and look at all the flak 3820s coming in. In fact, there's not much behind this central area, so I think definitely this centre hill is going to be in the hands of Too Much Effort for a long time to come. 5 minutes into this game, and Too Much Effort do look to be making a northern push with Curbs and the M8s, M3 half tracks, the M5A1 Recon here, making a third armoured push. And look what's behind here. There's nothing here. There's so much ground to be made up. So definitely in this northern side, Curbs has taken the advantage off against Vartanen. One of the M10 tank destroyers does go down. There's a key Tiger in that northern side, stopping any northern approach, but at the moment not really affecting the area just to the south of that. The Reiter Jaeger, very powerful units, 3-star as well, with those 9 MP40s, should be able to hold off the armoured rifles, really take control of that forest. And it's all about whether Curbs can make something from this northern push. The PaK 184 does look like it's going to go down. The Ersatz MG do come into cover, more Ersatz trooping as well, but they might go down. Oh, the Tiger is pushing further south, and I think that's a good play from Vartanen. Maybe taking up position on this crossroads would be quite key at the moment. But Curbs has managed to push through in that northern area, relieving pressure from the south. Still a 16-16, 6 minutes into this game. Focke-Wulf ME410A1 does come in to drop bombs onto the T-34Es in this central hill. They will have to fall back, but there's no troops available to push in. So any sort of, at the moment so far, these off maps, yeah, they are going to do some serious damage onto this central hill, but they're never going to recapture it. So I feel it's all about kind of trying to decimate as many troops as possible. It looks like Morozik and Vartanen, even from the northern side, is definitely trying to exploit this southern area. And this is where they're going to make the ground, in this southern side. But it looks like there's certainly Cherno Pizzaniki been rushed in from Lolly, and Gonzo bringing the Emchers. They are combining. We have an IS-2 down on this southern side. And I feel like Nabat really need to get control of this southern area, really push forwards. Looks like Vartanen's got some strange move orders on these the Stug 3 and the Jagdpanzer 38T, and that's not doing him fantastic at this point. There's some tanks are trying to advance onto the southern central hill, aka I think this is Cheeseburger Hill, as called by the VOVW guys. Let's just take a quick look back into that northern side. The Tiger E is still a dominating force in this northern area. Looks like Curbs has got across the bridge, and this could be a key attack here if they can exploit this. Curbs making some daring probes forwards, and he's not quite got the flag in this northern side, but this bridged area at the moment, if they can rush in reserves, there's certainly an opening to be made here, and they do actually take an 18-14 lead. They do have the income advantage early in A phase, so that is kind of to be expected. In the southern side, it's all about whether Team Nabat can continue the advance here. Ooh, 2 Panzer IV-H's pushing forwards into Gvardia, but I think they were just discovered in time, and they will go down. That could have been a major loss of those Panzer IV-H's from Morozic, but he does manage to pin down the troops, does take control of that flag, brings it back to a 16-16 tight opening. 2 Pak 43 88mm. That's what's going to do the job, if anything, against this IS-2. He has to get the key shots off. Is that in line of sight? That is mighty close. Yes, it is. Down goes the IS-2. Big kill on the southern side. The Pak 43 88 does the job, and Gonzo with the defense icon a little bit too late on that unit. Does lose the IS-2, and a major victory on that southern side for Team Nabat. Definitely has the Panzer IV-H's in a nice position. Cherno Pizzaniki won't do fantastic without the fire support of tanks, and in the southern side everything has gone down. The Gonzo's trying to bring an IL-2M in to take down that Pak 43. May well get a decent hit off with the 4 100 kilogram bombs. I feel like this Pak 43 is going to survive this attack. It does go down to 4-man health, but the Panzer M4 rushing forwards along with the Grell, and there's no tanks on this southern side, and IS-1 Komroti is now coming in. But the southern area is looking weak, but Team Too Much Effort are still 17-15 up at this point in time, so potentially not as worried as I am. The Saparis have made it into the compound, although the M3A1's bailed out. The M8 does manage to get the crew panic onto the Panzer II Lux, and that's an important hit there. Erzatstruppen being rushed in from Vartanen into this central bridged area. Curbs is making a major breakthrough here. He is supported by Ortfine Frederica, and the airplanes from Vartanen are definitely hurting this push right now. Looks like the Tiger in the northern area has gone down, but Nailbash has a Tiger E of his own. And Curbs, if he can get hold of this forest currently secured by Vartanen's Reiter Jaeger, I definitely think he can put pressure onto that northern crossroads flag. For me right now, this northern side is looking decent, but at the same time, Too Much Effort have to control this southern area, have to stop the breakthrough. Another flag taken, but they are 18-14 up. They have control of the center hills. Jagdpanzer 38T pushing over that central hill from Vartanen. And he's not going to find absolutely anything behind it. All of the troops are bang on this front line. So taking up that central hill position is not going to really help him. Will the IL-237 go down? Will the Yak-9 get in chance? Ooh, the Bofors does an excellent job from Curbs, rushing down a Bofors. Beautiful job. Another IS-2 Komroti to join the IS-1 Komroti comes in. The position of this Panzer M4 is nice, but he does need to get infantry into this southern side. And opening stages to this match, despite the 17-15 up from Too Much Effort, it's a very tight start to this game. Tanko Thessaloniki rushing in and getting the ambush onto the Pak 43 88mm. That'll be a very nice kill from those Tanko Thessaloniki. Yeah, beautiful little kill. And it is a nice position for that Jagdpanzer 38T, but there's no reinforcements coming in. The IS-2 is now coming into that area, and the Jagdpanzer, it can't really affect that IS-2. It has 3 APCR shots, so potentially, possibly could affect it. But the IL-237 is now coming in for the strikes. There is a U-304F flat gun trying to protect it. Load a knockout, shoot a knockout, drive a knockout. It's trying to fall back, but it can't. The IL-237 did not get the job done. Infantry being rushed in. Cherno-Pizzanikis trying to contain this southern rush. And he may well be able to do this. IL-2M coming from Gonzo, trying to again clear up. Oh, apologies for the camera work there. Clear up this infantry, and I feel like without the infantry support, this southern side is going to weaken. And it looks like the rush of the Cherno-Pizzanikis are going to shut down this southern push. The Panzer M4 is now surrounded. Panzergren's there as well. IS-2 Komrotti, lots of reinforcements being rushed in from Lolly and Gonzo. They're trying to clear up this southern side. And still 17-15 up. Control over these central hills are pretty key at the moment. And they definitely have that control. ISU 152 from Alt there is just got position on their reinforcing roads. Cherno-Pizzanikis pushing over the hill, but quite surprised about that. There are Tigers and Jagdpanzers behind, and I don't think they're going to make much ground there. Sapori advancing through will take out the Panzer Grenadiers. The Tanko Dissaniki, I think, are revealed down to one man, but there is a reinforcing Gvardia to contain the front line in that position. We've got a Panzer 4H, one of them has gone down, one of the other Panzer 4s. Razvedka moving in there, pretend, you know, may well be able to get the bazooka off, but there's a lot of infantry there as well, including Reiterjäger M4s, but they have been spotted by the Emchers, and they will go down to the supporting fire of those Browning machine guns. The southern side, it looks like it is starting to get cleaned up. 18, 19, 13 now for Too Much Effort. They're really stamping their mark on this ground. The northern side, while we've been concentrating on the southern side, Vartanen has managed to clear up the northern approach, and Kurbs did manage to get through into this forest with the Reiterjäger, does pressure onto this crossroads flag, does take the flag as expected, and holds it off as well. Not sure exactly what got... Oh, it was the M1 gun here. Beautiful positioned M1 gun. Just hurting that reinforcement road. So Kurbs is definitely doing his job in the northern area, while Gonzo and Lolly combine in the southern side to hold off Team Nabat so far as it stands. How is this one going to proceed? We're 15 minutes into the game. Team Nabat have the majority of their income at this point. They're 18-14 down. It looks like, you know, at this point you've got to suggest that Team Too Much Effort have the advantage. They have to be the favourites at this point, and I think commanding positions on these central hills has really helped them out. Comes the IL-237. It's targeting the Panzer II Lux, and there is a lot of Flak 38s in this central area now, so that may well go down, as well as the 3 strong ME-109 attacks. Beautiful kills, and look at that skin as we follow it round the battlefield. Absolute beautiful. Those ME-109s from Vartanen in Group Hartnick, very fantastic planes. 110 points. Nice cheap fighters always get the job done. The IL-2M did try and come in there, was held off by the Flakvling, and you know, could go down here. He's not quite out of line of sight now. There's a Flak 4188. Look at that shot come in. Oof, almost went down there. There is a Königstagger on this southern side. Emcher's managed to get around the back, is hurting and does take down the Flak gun around the back. The Königstagger is the main threat. IL-237 coming in to attack that Königstagger. The Flakvling is down to one man, so this IL-237 might go through if they could somehow, you know, take out that Flakvling. There'd be no anti-air support well, no major anti-air support. The Flak 41 88mm is in the back doing a fantastic job as well, holding them off. Really doesn't need to take down that Flak. He's only got one man left. Even a burst of infantry fire may well be able to do it, but yeah, I think a little bit of artillery just onto that Flak would be fantastic right now. I am a bit worried about this King Tiger in the southern side because it's very close to this forest. If it was me, I'd be rushing in anti-air, anti-tank guns to push into this forest. It's 500 meters away right now. We do have a lot of Panzer IVs which are coming in, I think, to support that Königstiger. Panzergrens coming forwards as well, and it looks like there's another attempt on the southern side. The IS-2 Komrotti is still there. That King Tiger is in a dangerous position right now. It looks like Team Nabat are trying to advance onto Cheeseburger Hill in the southern side. We've got a Andrusha heading into this Hamburger Hill in the central area, and this can do a lot of damage. I think it's targeting the Tiger E here. An off map from Nailbash onto his own troops. Does recall them though. Does recall them. There is an IS-2 there as well. The IL-2, I'm not sure what that's attacking. The Andrusha didn't get any major kills there. Still has rockets available and is heading in onto this central town. May well get some kills off against the Baglite Grenadiers. 17-15 still for too much effort. I think there was one kill. There. I feel like there was a leader there, if I remember right. But nothing too major. T-34E, you know, in a nice position to cover the road. Surely will take down that Panzer II Lux. Surely that Panzer II Lux will go down. Nailbash does just take that off the road in time in the northern approach. Kurbs has lost the crossroads flag and is coming under attack from a northern push from Vartanin. Does have the Commander M8s covering that position. Lovely little position for you in that northern area. M4A176ers pushing up, an M4A3E2 Jumbo. There is a Tiger in that area, so has to be aware of that. There's also a Tiger further north as well, and one in the sort of central area. In fact, two of them. I think Vartanin needs to sort of reallocate those two Tiger E's. They are nice to cover this central position, but I feel like he could be doing more with those Tigers. Cheeseburger Hill, yeah, that's a well-known reference to the guys in VOVW. They are taking part in this tournament. Oh, look at this. Potential strikes on the Königstiger. Will it go down? Driver knockout. Does not go down. We've got a second one. No, it's not targeting that Königstiger. Oof, I think that Königstiger got away with a lucky escape there. Here comes the IS-2 Komrotti. It's chasing down. Oh, there's another one further back as well. So Morozic has doubled them up. And yeah, the IS-2, oh, it does go down to a reply from the Königstiger. I feel like Gonzo was pushing that round, attempting to get a shot on this Königstiger that was falling back. Infantry being rushed forwards. And if that IS-2 suffers any more suppression damage, there could be a surrender here. Pin down Razvedka and Guardia DP. Major attack. Gonzo is pulling back the IS-2 Komrotti. He has to worry about it. I'm surprised Morozic didn't go for a suppression surrender. In comes the Panzer Grenadier with the Panzerfaust. I think he's going to be too far. Will he get the shot off? This is very close. If that IS-2 can survive, then at least it's something. I think he has backed away far enough now. The Panzer IV-G is, you know, still chasing, but I don't think he's going to get the result that he wanted. But Morozic has captured the very southern flag. It's back to a 16-16 as we progress through this game. The IS-2 does survive. The Panzer IV-G not quite in line of sight here, but the Guardia DP does go down. The Königstiger moving across, trying to get line of sight onto that IS-2. This IS-2 is in a dangerous spot right now. I think if it does go down into this dip, hopefully the Königstiger won't get it. Morozic is pushing that forwards. He is trying to get the kill onto the IS-2 in the southern side. Will he manage it? There is nothing in this southern area right now. Gonzo rushing in after Michiki. they are going to work well in that forest, but this IS-2 has to stay alive. If this IS-2 goes down, the Königsdagger is going to have free reign on this southern side. Is a major push coming through right now. Morozic is targeting that IS-2. Who will get the kill? The Panzer IV-G coming in from the side, trying to get a side shot onto the IS-2. Hopefully with the combination with the Königsdagger coming in at the same time. Won't penetrate the front, but it is leaving it open for the Königsdagger to come in. The IS-2 removing that frontal armour. Potential Panzerfaust attack here now. This is very tight. Gonzo backing away once again. In comes an IL-237, does take out the Panzer IV-G. Does go down to the Flakvelling, that one-man Flakvelling. The Panzergren still trying to chase for the Panzerfaust shot. And the Königsdagger has stopped for now, but is moving forwards once again. Will this IS-2 survive? This is a major engagement right now. I feel like if this IS-2 goes down, crew killed! Crew killed! Wow. Finally gets the crew kill. That's good enough right now. And if it was me, I'd be pushing forward for the surrender as well. Yeah, wow. Down it goes with the second shot from that Königsdagger. I'm not sure whether it was actually the Königsdagger or the Panzerfaust that got the kill. Oof. The IL-237 did not get the kill on the Königsdagger as well. So that Flakvelling has been doing such a major job from Nailbash on this southern side. Morozic pushing forwards now, trying to get the kill on the Sapori in the south as well. Potentially pick up the flag and potentially the lead as well. Avatomichiki's going down. It looks like to the Ersatz and they're being caught at range, and that is not what you want with Avtomichikis. In comes the IL-2M from Gonzo, but I don't think he's going to be able to save those. No, was not able to save those Avtomichikis. Once again, Team Nabat have targeted this southern side, have made a major breakthrough in the south, and they now have two Königsdaggers in this southern position that can really hurt any reinforcements that's come in. I'm not quite sure about the positioning that Morozic is taking with this southern Königsdagger. Potentially, maybe he's trying to save himself a bit of. So let's just check back into the central area, and 18-14 now for Team Nabat. They do take the lead, and this this central area has definitely been ground down. While we've been focusing on that southern side, the central area definitely ground down, and Hamburger Hill is now back in the control of Team Nabat. DM424, it seems like 21st Panzer is excellent in team games. I feel like those Königsdaggers really do bring a major advantage to team game fights. They're not, I wouldn't say they're overpowered, but they are definitely a very strong team game division. In the northern side, Curb still hasn't quite managed to hold on to this northern crossroads. A Stu-42 and two Tiger E's in there now as well, and the 3rd Armoured are looking well over armoured in this northern side. The failed attempt at the bridge rush has kind of set him back, and I feel like Curbs is in full defensive mode. Does have a line of M7 HMCs, priests here, trying to get the artillery to come down onto these Tigers and the Stew, and you know, that could well do the job. In comes the Calliope as well. He's trying to get these kills. Will we get some Tiger kills here? This strike is perfectly on target. If not a little bit too far back, but they are falling back into the Calliope rockets. Will they pick up any major kills? Doesn't look like it. Unfortunate, I think. Unfortunate. But the artillery will do Curbs a stand-up job on this northern side. Oh, down goes an M3 half-track. More Tiger E's, just an abundance of Tiger E's on that northern side. It's really going to stop Curbs from proceeding forwards. Another Calliope strike into this central, well, northern central area. And will we get any kills from this one? Oh, down goes one of the Tigers. I think that was a strike from the M5 gun rather than a Calliope rocket there. Just forcing back those Tigers, but unless he picks up the kills, it's just more Tigers will be added to the mix, and in comes a Königsdagger now, coming into this northern central area. 17-15 for Team Nabat. Back to a 16-16, so this game is definitely not over yet. And off map coming in onto Hamburger Hill, and there's not a lot up there, so if they get taken out, the flags may well, I'm not sure who's going to get the advantage there. In fact, the off map is now coming down. Will the ZSU M15 go down? That would be a big kill. In comes the JU-88S1. What is that targeting? Looks like it's targeting the KV-85 at the back. Will it make its way through? It looks like it. Not much anti-air around. Nothing firing on it right now. And does pick up the kill. Such a wide spread of cluster munitions, but I think if one hits, it will get the kill. The Tiger E kind of holding off advances onto those central hills. This is not the Angry Bird team, the Swans. No, we did not make it through. This is Team Nabat versus Too Much Effort. So on the side of Too Much Effort, we have Ortfine, Frederica, aka Vitch, aka Lolly, Gonzo, and Curbs. They are on the right hand side of this picture. They are Team Too Much Effort. On the left hand side in blue, we have Nailbash, Morozic, and Vortanen, who are Team Nabat. And they are on the left hand side in blue, playing the Axis. Wow, Gonzo has managed to recover this southern flag, although he can't really push out of that forest with only after Machikis. So although, you know, he for a moment he managed to recover the flag, it's not like he can move much more much further. The Konix Tiger is not in a position really to I guess by the fact that it's still there is a big threat, but maybe this is intelligent play from Morozic. He's not leaving it out in the open. If it's not spotted, if it's not out in the open, then nothing can kill it. We do have a flak Zenot 85 that's got a number of targets to hit, including a Konix Tiger. Shooter knockout, transmission damage. You're not going to get many attempts at this. Maybe one more shot. Driver knockout. Ooh, is it going to get? It's going to get one more shot in. Bounce. No, it is now pinned. But one of the Panzer IV H's or Panzer IV G's in there did go down. At the moment, it looks like Team Nabat have a commanding position, 18-14 up, as we are in well into C phase now. 30 minutes into this game, it looks like they're pushing this central town. And surprisingly, income does favour Team Too Much Effort, but you know, the way they've put their decks together, it may well be that they're targeting A phase rather than C phase. A number of Flak 38s and Flakvelings, you know, protecting this central town from airstrikes. Another flag picked up for Team Nabat now. 2012 will win the game in 12 minutes time. I think there's been a lot of anti-air coverage, especially this central hill. It was quite early on that these Flak 38s, as well as the Battery Führer, came into that central position, and they've really helped stave off the air attacks coming in from Lolly and those IL-237s. Gonzo does spot the Konix Tiger, so Morozic has moved it. It is dangerously close, and I guess if it did manage to break through down into this position, it's just so far over the spawn that at some point surely an air attack is going to come in and take down that Konix Tiger. The one in the centre, no, that's what's currently being targeted by the Calliope of Curbs, and its transmission damaged. It's falling back, but it is still alive. As we move forward over the flag, it looks like Curbs is coming under more pressure at the moment in this northern side, but it is managing to hold off. It looks like the very northern side, definitely Vortanen, has made an attack forwards, although, you know, not really supported too well at the moment. I feel like yeah, these incoming M4A1s will definitely help out Curbs. And I think he can recover this position. He still has the flag in the north. I definitely think with the M4s coming in here, he can definitely recover that. It's going to be a while for the Jagdpanzer 38T to get there, but it is the right call. Definitely needs, Vatanen definitely needs armoured support in that northern sides, and it looks like the crossroads has been taken with the help of the heavy flamethrowers and smoke coming in from the mortars. If he can duck into this forest, I'm kind of surprised he isn't heading for this forest right now. That's where he needs to go to keep these alive. He needs to get them into that forest, and then, you know, they can hold the front line at least for a moment. But there is a flag gains up in that northern sides. Curbs is doing all he can, but in the central area in comes a JUS-88 strike onto the... Yes, does get the kill. I think there was an ISU in that central area, but down goes something here which is extending the front line for too much effort. ZSU pushing forwards, being used aggressively in the anti-infantry role, and a lot of grenadiers being brought up now from Nailbash, trying to get a concerted amount of infantry on Hamburger Hill. I definitely feel like it is 21-11 right now to Team Nabat. They have the advantage, and the Königstiger has gone down. Wow, is it the same Königstiger? I'm assuming the Königstiger's gone down, but maybe it did back it off. Maybe that is the same one. Maybe Morozic did back that Königstiger off. I'm not quite sure whether one of them went down or whether he did back that one away. Does have the flag for the moment, and the problem is the infantry can't push their way out of this heavy forest to take back this southern flag with the Königstiger and the Panzer IV in position. In comes some heavy BR5 artillery from Lolly, playing the 26th Guards, and that will really help them out. You would hope it would help them out. At the moment he's targeting a position with absolutely no infantry. Too much effort. Definitely need to try and get some infantry in there to retake that flag. 22-10 now for Team Nabat. 9 minutes, less than 10 minutes on the clock. Welcome guys, welcome Salion, welcome Lau, welcome to the stream, welcome Mickey, welcome Swag Squadron. 10 minutes left of the game. Team Nabat definitely have advantage, but I think, if I remember right, I think this is a best of 3 game, so there should be at least one more game between these two teams. In come the Guardia DPs, although not targeting that central town. Yes, now being reallocated onto that central flag, and will at least take one flag back. Looks like yeah, airstrike's coming down onto the Emcher there, does force it back, does destroy one of the infantry. Don't know whether that KAO 122 has strikes left in it. And SU-85, the leader, Krysov, does come in here with the leader skin. Beautiful looking skin. Unfortunately, I don't have high settings right now because otherwise I don't want my game to crash. But absolutely beautiful skin. I feel like this southern side is actually fairly weak, and there's at least 3 flags that can be made back up if they can get rid of Morozic's Königstiger on this southern side, you know, and the Panzer IV. They can definitely take flags back, so they're not out of it just yet. But there's only 8 minutes left. They need to get together as a team and make a concerted push, and it looks like at the moment they're focusing on Hamburger Hill in the center area. 2 Sapper units pushing up. As long as they can unload, they can definitely take out these grenadiers. And they do need to unload. They definitely need to unload. Yeah, there they go. And they can definitely take out and push forwards onto this flag. Oh, there's a Tiger E cresting the hill. Does take shots from the Emcher. Oh, the ISU 152 is gun jammed. But this OB-25 is trying to rain fire down. A JU just come in. Oh, takes out the anti-air that was providing cover there. And a gun jam T-34E is not going to do any damage whatsoever. Crew knockout and now crew panicked. And that Tiger is going to have to back away now. It looks like Hamburger Hill was taken, at least the southern side of Hamburger Hill, and Cheeseburger Hill is still well in the hands of Morozic with his Königstiger, backed up by Nailbash and the Tiger E. More Razvedka's coming in. Oh, this time with the bazookas. Nice choice from Gonzo, trying to get the bazooka in to take down Morozic's Panzer IV. In comes the ME410. Let's follow that in. Oh, didn't quite get it right. Will get the shots off against the KV-85, but does not get the kill. And the fighter, the Yak 9, coming in from Ort. Rocket strikes into this central position, not really hit, not really on target. And yeah, wasted opportunity from the Andrusha all the same. Actually, those looks like those rockets are falling short. So, artillery always falls short. Is this a best of one? My belief at this time, without looking at the rules, is this is a best of 3, and this is the first game of the best of 3. So there should be at least one more game after this one. Team Nabat is 20-12 up now, and we'll get the victory in 7 minutes' time. It's about whether Too Much Effort can pick up some more flags. It looks like Curbs potentially trying to make an advance here in the northern side. There's a lot of infantry all in one spot. I would love some artillery to come down on that one spot, but you know, you should know that's there from the HMG of the M2HB, and the Tigers that were in here have gone down. So, you know, there is an opportunity. We have a Königsdagger on the hill. Curbs is calling for an airstrike onto that one. And I think if that Königsdagger goes down, there's definitely an opportunity to pick up this Crossroads flag. There are opportunities. 18-14 once again. Let's have a look on the southern side. The Panzer IV-G has gone down to the bazookas of the Resvedka. And if they can get rid of this Königsdagger, the southern side will be open. But there's no vehicles coming into this southern area. And I feel like they're going to need some M4s. They're going to need something to push this southern side. Both sides targeting this southern area and really calling for attacks. Gonzo was really unlucky. 1 HP Flatvilling saved the King Tiger twice. Yeah, this Flatvilling back here has definitely done the job. Nailbash has brought in another Flak 3820. And yeah, a little bit of artillery onto that Flatvilling. It would have gone down a long time ago. Looks like the Cheeseburger Hill definitely in the hands, and in fact we were saying there was a little bit of an attack into this position from Too Much Effort, but it's definitely been fully repelled. 10 minutes left on the clock, but this area here, I mean, there are no heavy tanks here now. I feel like maybe Team Nabat is starting to wear thin on the heavy tanks. If you look at this southern area, there is not much here, but at the same time, Too Much Effort as well, they may well be low on heavy tanks of their own. The ISUs are coming in from Ort. A lot of heavy tanks have gone down in this matchup. IL-237 strike coming in right on top of a Flak 4188, trying to take down that Königsdagger, but does not do the job. The Jagdpanzer 38T is controlling the northern side. Curbs is trying to push back once more with the Sturmoviki rocks and the Armage LMG rifles. At this point, it is in Team Nabat's hands. It is their game to lose, but I definitely wouldn't say, you know, it's tied up. I definitely wouldn't say this is sewn up now. Team Too Much Effort, they definitely have an opportunity. Look at the Jaeger MG42s coming into Hamburger Hill, trying to get control against any infantry that's pushed up here. I just wonder how much more both of these teams have in their decks. Both of them set up for early game sort of aggression, so how much more does each player have? At the moment, just Panzer IV-J's controlling the area, and this southern side, the Königsdagger is enough to hold off, and a Resvedka pushing forwards, and very interesting. I think that Resvedka has been spotted. The Königsdagger is dropping off, but there is no supporting fire to stop any infantry pushers. And finally, in comes some artillery. Gonzo bringing the F-22 76.2 mils, trying to target the air. In comes another Flatvilling though by Nailbash, and maybe a little bit too late. The Resvedka make their way into the forest. They should take down the Ersatz MG as long as both of them don't engage, but it looks like both of them are engaging. And I think against both of them, those Resvedkas are going to go down. Yeah, they are definitely going to go down now. And I think Nailbash rushing in Grenadiers, maybe the opportunity in the southern side is lost. It's hard to say. There's just really one Königsdagger here. that's kind of holding it, because if that Königsklasse wasn't there, all of this infantry could come into play. So that early commanding central lead of Hamburger Hill has been worn down. 7 minutes left on the clock for Team Too Much Effort to find a way back into this game. Looks like Ort is attacking with infantry into this central area. A lot of the supporting tanks have gone down. IL-237 coming in along with Andrusha strikes. This IL-237 could do a decent job against the Panzer IV H's, but there is a lot of anti-air there as well. Down goes one Panzer IV H. Will the IL-237 make it out alive? I very much doubt it. There needs to be some artillery come in onto this flat position. I think the anti-air setup by Team Nabat has done a fantastic job throughout this game, and I think if it wasn't for that anti-air, they would be in a much better position. Team Too Much Effort will be in a much better position right now. Targeting the bailed out ISU 152 does get through. Will it get the kill? Yes, does get the kill. Those Ju-88S1 strikes have been on point today, absolutely on point. Let's just check back down to this southern side. The Königsklasse is still there, and has managed to get into a position where it's not being targeted. Look at this, 2 Grenadiers from Morozic is holding so much ground in this southern central area. I know the Königsklasse is there. I know that if they go down, Morozic will probably reposition the Königsklasse, but there is just so much ground being held by these Panzergrens. I think the reinforcement road is not helping Too Much Effort right now, because they're struggling to get past this defensive position that's been set up by Nailbash and Morozic on Cheeseburger Hill. Yeah, Rozvedka's coming in, but they just can't make it through this defensive position. IL-237 strike does clear up the second Panzer IV H on that ridge. Potentially, you know, maybe it allows more units to push in there. Rozvedka's coming up from Gonzo. Definitely liking these Rozvedkas in C phase. Maybe he's out of mainline or infantry. In the northern side, Curbs has still managed to hold on. I think he's holding the flags that he needs to. Has located a push over the bridge, and Nailbash and Vartanen are trying to shut that down. At the moment, there isn't enough there to push through the advantage. So just holding the flag right now is helping them. The 18-14 down. There's 3 minutes 45 seconds left on the clock. Will Team Too Much Effort be able to get back into this? It's hard to say at the moment. I don't think they are going to make it. But Gwardia DPs, but you know, maybe they're going to get into this position. The KV-1E. I feel like if this survives, and against the Panzer IV H's, they've got a shot. This engagement is pretty key. Driver kill, but that's okay. It is heavily stressed out, the KV-1E though. Ooh, misses its first shot and does go down. Yeah, that takes away the armoured support. The infantry go down as well, and Team Nabat really establish more control over this central hill. Rozvedka's being brought in by Gonzo. They can definitely, you know, do decent with the 7 SBTs, but you know, they can't hold the ground. They can take down the infantry, but they can't hold the ground. I feel like this is sewn up now. We're coming up to a minute left on the clock, and yeah, this is definitely now sewn up in favour of Team Nabat. We've got an ME410 circling overhead of the battlefield, and beautiful to look at, absolutely beautiful to look at. How have you guys found this 3v3 tournament so far? I'll catch up on your responses as soon as this is finished, but so far I feel like 3v3 on a 4v4 map, it's definitely been a success. There's definitely been like no major clumps of troops. Oh, down goes one of the Panzer IVs there, I think, to the KV-1E strike. In comes I think that's a Calliope, no, Andrusha, targeting this hill, and the Panzer IV 4 H's. Yeah, second one goes down now as well. There's only infantry left here, but there's nothing coming in from Team Too Much Effort. Team Nabat will get the victory. 20 flags to 12. 47 minutes into this game. Congratulations to Team Nabat. Do pick up the first win in this best of 3. Let's have a look at the team stats. So, Team Nabat, pretty much, I think Nailbash did a great job, pretty much going even, most of them. Team Too Much Effort, Gonzo in particular, did lose out. Well, it's only 1,000 points. It's just the 3 and the 5 that throws off. I think a pretty even result from both sides, and a hard-fought game. A very hard-fought game.